Hello, I am Chef Kenza. I have been working in the food industry for over 2 days, and I'm an executive chef at a five-star rated restaurant called My House. And welcome to my cooking show, Bake Bake Bake. Today we'll be making macarons, and to make the cookie we will need 1 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, 1 cup of almond flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 egg whites, make sure they are at room temperature, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 drops of whichever food coloring color you'd like. For the filling, I choose to make a vanilla buttercream, for which you'll need 1 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature, 3 cups of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. Now that we have our ingredients out, let's start baking. Because you want your macarons to have a nice and smooth top, start by throwing the powdered sugar, almond flour, and half a teaspoon of salt into the bowl of a food processor and process on low speed until extra fine. Then sift the mixture into a large bowl. Now for our wet ingredients, take a separate large bowl and beat the egg whites with the remaining salt with an electric hand mixer until 2 soft peaks form. Then gradually add the granulated sugar and mix until fully combined. Continue to beat until firm peaks form. To test your mixture, try lifting the bowl upside down on top of your head and see if anything falls out. If not, let's continue. To finish off your wet mixture, you just want to add the vanilla extract and the food coloring of your choice and mix it until everything is nice and combined. Gradually add then 1/3 of the almond flour mixture to the beaten egg whites and fold in using a spatula. Be patient and careful for this step. You don't want to get rid of all the air bubbles in the beaten egg whites. Once you've mixed in the last third of your almond flour mixture, try to make a figure 8 with the spatula. And if your batter breaks apart or sinks in too quickly, it means that you've either undermixed or overmixed it. But if you can make a figure 8 without any problems, then let's move on to the next step. Be careful because this step is pretty messy. Transfer the macaron batter to a round-tipped piping bag and try to do it without any batter spilling off. It's hard. Now that your piping bag is ready, let's prepare the baking tray. Take a rectangular baking tray and place a little bit of the batter on each corner of it. Then place your baking sheet or parchment paper over the tray. The batter prevents the parchment paper to lift up while the macarons are baking. This is the fun part of making the macarons, piping them onto the tray. Make sure to pipe them into 3 cm circles. You can go bigger or smaller if you want to, but this is the standard size of macarons. And don't forget to space them at least 2 cm apart so they don't merge into each other while baking. Once you're happy with the general shape of your macarons, tap the baking tray on your counter or any flat surface to release the air bubbles. You must be tired after piping all those macarons. Let them sit for 30 minutes to 1 hour and give yourself a break. Scroll through your phone or walk your dog. It's up to you. After you're done drooling over Instagram models, preheat the oven to 150 degrees Celsius. Once the oven is preheated, bake the macarons for 17 minutes until the macarons rise to show a bubblish platform. That's called the foot of the cookie. To test if your macarons are well baked, try to peel one off of the parchment paper, and if it peels right off, you're good to go. Then put them off to the side to cool completely before filling them. And talking about filling, let's make it. Add the butter into a large bowl and beat with a mixer for approximately 4 to 5 minutes until soft and fluffy. Then sift the powdered sugar in and beat until it's fully incorporated. Then add the vanilla extract and continue beating until all the ingredients are well combined. And finally, add in the cream 1 tablespoon at a time and mix until a creamy consistency is reached. Back to the piping bag. Transfer your vanilla buttercream into another round-tipped piping bag. Next is the assembling part. Pipe a dollop of the cream onto one macaron cookie and place another macaron on top to create a sandwich. And do the same for all the remaining macaron cookies and buttercream. You can devour the macarons right now, but it is recommended to place them in a little container, most preferably an airtight container, overnight for all the vanilla flavors to really sink into the cookies, making them 10 times richer in flavor. And voila! Serve and enjoy with guests or friends, or by yourself like a creep in a sweaty dark room. Whatever you choose, we won't judge.